The toilet bowl of streaming. Kick. Oh my God. Video by Tommy NFG. I ain't gonna lie. The title that I made this video is a little bit of a generalization. I know that there are probably great streamers on Kick. Hell, somebody who I've been watching for a long time, Taekwondo, just got signed to a Kick deal. I know that there are some great streamers on Kick, but we can't sit here and lie like we don't see these patterns within some of these Kick streams, at least the ones that are being propped up and shown to us. Crash outs, crimes happening, and even people passing away. Now, I haven't heard about anything like that happening on Twitch, at least when it comes to people passing away. Now, crimes, we already know, motherfucker. We done seen our fair share of crimes happening on Twitch. But it just seems like every time somebody either gets kicked from Twitch or they're just a content creator that can't be contained, that needs free speech, this, that, and the third, they always end up going to Kick. Now, I do have to say, under Kick is like Rumble. I feel like Rumble is where you go when like shit gets super bad. But even Rumble hasn't even gotten to the antics that some of these Kick streamers have gotten into. But let's get into this video and see how Kick turned into what it turned into. Because originally, it was just a competitor against Twitch. And it still is, but now it's being branded as the, oh, this is the place where you can go to if you want free speech. This is the place where you can go to if you just want to super express yourself without any restrictions. Crazy work. But let's get into it. Let's go.
Let me ask you all a question real quick. When's the last time you've seen Kick in your news? There's three options. Either it was a streamer fighting someone else, a streamer harassing someone random on the street, or three, both combined and a national news headline to go with it. This whole year,
unfortunately, the last Kick clip that I've seen was Adrian Broner. Pray for that man. Pray for that man. Last time I saw him, he was getting carried out and into the hospital. I haven't seen Dean the Great or Adrian Broner spark up a stream since. I hope that nigga's okay, genuinely.
I went without talking about Kick in a video, and it seems like every year and really every new month, there's always a new Kick incident that tops the last and being some of the most insane ever live streamed. Comparing Twitch and Kick, Twitch would be the surface web people typically use, and Kick is the dark web where you can see whatever type of degenerate content to your heart's desire. OnlyFans girls twerking on dudes, guys getting into fights over petty streamers who just say anything for any type of virality. It's not really funny looking back when Kick launched on how much hype people had for it, because when it first got launched in December 2022,
especially recently, bro, you have the fucking Avengers of Kick, goddamn. Adrian Broner and Dean the Great, Chud the Builder who got arrested, Clavicular, goddamn. You got Neon. You got Neon. And then who have I seen recently besides them? Oh yeah, and fucking Blueface. Fucking Blueface and Krishan Rock. Oh boy. Oh boy. If that's your starting lineup on your streaming platform, boy oh boy, you're gonna be raking in views for sure, I guess.
Itself was pretty much in the dumps. Actually, Twitch is mostly in the dumps when it comes to moderation and who they let slide and who they don't. But before, it was really
One thing that I want to make sure is apparent throughout this video, I am not saying that Twitch is a bunch of saints. You know how many videos I've made on Twitch, bruh? You know how many times I've said fuck Dan Clancy? Because it's really fuck him, bro. Especially after that whole like Emerald situation where she got assaulted almost. Or nah, she did get assaulted. And this nigga, Dan Clancy, didn't even give her a formal apology until the outrage was so bad that he had to. The shit happened at his own event, by the way, TwitchCon. The shit happened at TwitchCon. So not only is Twitch's moderation bad on the internet, that shit is bad in real life too. Security just be letting anybody walk the fuck in. Crazy work, crazy work.
Slumps. Twitch was at a point where it was so biased and so sensitive to any little thing you did, it actually became scary for some streamers to go live, because you never knew what little quote-unquote infraction Twitch was gonna hit you with. They was running that shit like Alcatraz. Step out of line once and it was over for you. And if you were a full-time streamer, that's your income potentially gone for a day, week, month, or forever in a snap. So when Kick got announced, a lot of people got hyped saying there's finally a platform that won't ban you for every little thing, which was the start of the end, to be honest. Promoting it like you can do anything you want, what do you expect to happen? Obviously, you had Aiden Ross, who became the face of it at first to promote it, and they slowly tried recruiting streamers from Twitch to go to Kick. The positive PR for Kick was really there for maybe just the launch of it. It already started off.
Yeah, I stopped watching Kick. Not watching Kick. I stopped being on Kick the day Your Rage, Bruce Drop 'Em Off, and T-Banks left that joint. The only reason why I downloaded Kick was for those three streamers, bro. T-Banks, Bruce Drop 'Em Off, and Your Rage. Once they all came back to Twitch, once they all got the green light to come back to Twitch, bro, that shit swiftly got off my phone.
With Aiden Ross, of course, doing wild shit on his streams, and as the person that was supposed to be the ambassador, everyone was gonna follow how the leader was moving. Believe it or not, there was a point where Aiden Ross was bigger than both Kai and Speed. He was even the one to popularize bringing celebs on stream, which is now a normal thing for streamers. To see him turn into the face of the most degenerate streaming platform is just a pathetic downfall. And you could tell he regrets laying his bed the way he did. Anytime Kai or Speed is mentioned, he constantly is telling his chat how much they don't want to associate with him anymore.
I don't think that you talk about me the same way you would talk about Speed or Kai.
They're not, Sneeko, you know I don't talk to them at a close level. I speak to you every day, right or wrong? Duh, Sneeko, you're my close friend. We speak every day. I don't speak to Kai and Speed.
Speed made the smartest PR move of all time by stopping streams with Aiden. Imagine a future of Speed going to Aiden's collabs with the worst human being.
And now look at where they're at. Aiden Ross is still big. I'm not saying that he fell off or nothing, but Speed, that nigga is global as fuck. Kai not global as fuck. These niggas is global in comparison to Aiden. Aiden has some pull throughout the world, but not like Speed and Kai, respectfully. Not like Speed and Kai. And it's so crazy because he was supposed to be in their position, or at least like one of the big three when it comes to the people who are global throughout the world when it comes to streaming.
Ever. Guarantee he wouldn't be performing at the World Cup if he did, that's for sure. Also, Aiden Ross's fan base were constantly saying racist shit about Kai and Speed, which, you can understand why they both don't want to associate with him anymore. So far, every big creator on Kick to make a come up has done it in a controversial way. Like, these streamers are allergic to coming up on streaming in a normal way. The only normal mainstream streamer they have is Neon, but even then he came up in a controversial way. It seems like the streamers that make a come up every year get worse.
And this is also the same nigga who called Kai, he called Casanat's mom a monkey or something. He said something very derogatory and insane about Kai's mom. And then he tried to be buddy-buddy with the nigga. Like, fuck you, no. What the fuck? And he said that randomly too. I think, bro, he was reacting to something about Kai. And then he just said that shit. Smooth just said that shit. Crazy. Crazy.
Worse. There's two streamers who had the biggest come up this year on Kick, being Dean the Great and Adrian Broner. Both of them operate streams like a duo pretty much, and both got big off boxing. Specifically, Adrian Broner was really big in boxing during the 2010s because of how good he was. I'm not gonna act like I was watching him back then, okay? But from what I've heard from friends, he was really big in the boxing space. Eventually, when his boxing career died down, he decided to later pick up streaming and start making content. Shit, I would too if I had 10 children by multiple.
This nigga has 10? 10? Holy shit. He's up there with like Nick Cannon and NBA Youngboy. But the difference is they have the money to take care of these kids, bro. AB at the time, before the streaming shit, nigga had 10 kids and no amount of money to support them. God damn.
Different women every time. It's always the worst people to have the most children. Like, come on. Both of these guys have blown up on streaming off clips being posted. The kick is most of their viral clips are clips of them fighting each other. These dudes are both crash outs of—
or Adrian Broner essaying somebody, or Adrian Broner being weird towards women, or him getting drunk out of his mind. God damn. I ain't gonna lie, I need to make a video about the normalization of drinking and streaming, bro. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, obviously, but like, obviously, just do it in your own homes or do it in a space where you're not like operating a vehicle. I've seen a couple of these streamers sip a Cutwater, take down the whole thing, and then drive, bro, and stream while they drive. Now, granted, I don't think their supporters know that they're drunk driving, but like, That we can't be promoting that shit, bro. We can't be doing that.
Eventually, one of them gets mad for some dumb shit and starts fighting the other.
I'm not gonna fuck with you at all. Oh, what? That's cool. I'm popping into me like I did. Nigga, fuck out with all that. You keep playing with me. Stop disrespecting me. No, you disrespect me. You is though. I'm playing with you. Nigga, come on, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go, gang. You wanna do that, bro? Gang, come on. Chill, bro.
There's more and more clips like this, by the way. It's damn near every other stream they fight each other. For people watching this, I feel like to them it's a Roman Colosseum fight with the people in the stands wanting any bloodshed. People in their chats are constantly spamming for them to fight, even in moments where they're not. Adrian Broner also has a crazy drinking problem, and the chat seems to encourage it. This man is passing out on stream, yelling at random people on stream drunk as hell. It's giving vibes of stepdad coming home at midnight after an awful work day and being at the bar, then coming home to take it out on his kids. Adrian Broner has had multiple moments on stream where he makes some inappropriate advances on women. There's a specific one where he slaps this girl on her ass after she gets up, completely
And keep in mind, Aya like just turned 18. Like, I think a couple of days before this clip happened, or maybe a couple of weeks. No matter the age, the shit's still disgusting. But like, she was freshly 18 and this nigga decides to smack her ass. This nigga AB's like 30 something. Well, what the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you?
By the way. And when she walked away uncomfortable, he was going to press her about it until he was stopped by Dean. Mind you, this man is 37 and that girl is 19. It's not like age matters because what he did was disgusting to anyone.
Wait, okay, so I was... Oh, no, yeah, I was wrong. She just turned 19. It still don't matter, bro. Her age still got teen in it. And even regardless of the age, you just smacking a girl's ass without consent is horrible. What is wrong with you? Nick, what is wrong with you?
19. It's not like age matters because what he did was disgusting to anyone no matter their age, but the age does make it worse. Mind you, he also has daughters as well. I wonder how he'd feel if his daughter grown up had that happen to her by some random dude. And the fact that he did this on camera, I can only imagine how worse he is off camera. Just recently, he also got sued by a woman who was on his stream who accused him of SA. Because this was streamed to the internet, you can actually see the stream online where this allegedly happened. I'm not trying to get this video taken down, so you can fully look at it yourself, but it's not looking good for him. He's proven time and time again how weird he is around women. I wouldn't be surprised if this lawsuit fully goes through and she's successful. And both of their accounts never got any suspension or ban for this, because in reality, they're too big for Kick to lose. Kick has such a small amount of streamers who are mainstream, you'd have to do something like kill someone to probably get a ban. The reason why Kick hasn't failed in the way people thought, like it completely shutting down and going ghost, is because Kick has one of the craziest streamer clipping programs of all time. Kick has discords where they pay people certain amounts to post clips with the Kick logo. So if you ever see a clip with the Kick logo on, you know why. Clavicular himself spends around $650,000 a month on them, although he says Kick...
Nigga, what? 650,000 just on clippers? I'm not trying to clout this nigga Clavicular's pockets, but if he's dropping this much on them, how long did Tommy NFG say that he was doing this for? Hold on.
Clavicular himself spends around $650,000 a month on them, although...
Oh my God, he said a month. Damn. Either Clavicular's pockets are really fat like that, he's making millions a month, or he's spending a good 60 to 70% of his money on fucking clippers.
Though he says Kick does it for him, I don't know how sustainable this is as a social media ecosystem, but it can't be by that much. You're telling me for the rest of the time they'll be doing this while Kick doesn't make any money? At least with Twitch, they have Amazon backing them. Stake is no Amazon. And you could say with certain Twitch streamers, they pay clippers to post, which is true. But there's also clippers who do it without getting paid directly and just get paid off the views they get. So far, with all the money Kick has spent on clippers, it still only has 11% of the streaming market share. That's honestly better than I thought. thought. I thought it was gonna be like 5%. Also, if they didn't
I mean, it is better than you thought, but like 11% compared to what Twitch I guarantee you Twitch has at least 30% or 40%, if not more.
people like Drake promoting it, the numbers would probably be different. Kick also still lacks in basic things that Twitch has and is slow at adding updates. Just this month, they finally managed to add unban requests. For a company that prides itself on being way better than Twitch, they sure are slow with adding any updates and having any type of smoothness on streaming. I don't know what the they were doing all this time to not have that feature. It's not like it's a brand new feature never made on social media. Kick not having basic features was one of the reasons why it failed at the start. The amount of momentum they had of signing different streamers at the start just for it to die down because they didn't want to update it, like it was 100% their fault. Kick not having these—
Is XQC still on Kick? If he is, then I'll put him in that top 5 as well. But like XQC isn't really he's not really a problematic streamer in the way of like people like Adrian Broner, Clavicular, stuff like that. Like he's not that problematic.
These features is the equivalent in modern times of a car brand launching and not having Apple CarPlay in it or USB ports. Also, until they get these corny racist streamers banned, it's always gonna be buns. There's a new person trying to take Chud the Builder's place, and I'm not even gonna say his name to give him attention, but people are calling this dude the Mexican Chud the Builder because he's doing the same thing, harassing black people and random people on the street.
The fuck?
But hey, it ain't even going well for him, bro. In his first month or two of doing this, he got his ass whooped. He had multiple threats on his life, and he had to flee to California. Chud the Builder was at least doing this shit for like a year before any bullshit, before any shit started happening to him. Like, Mexican Chud the Builder, this shit is not for you, my boy. It's not for you. Get your bigoted, racist ass off of Kick and figure out some other content to make, bro. This shit ain't working for you.
Like, I hate... What?
And I don't know why he thought it would either, bro. The only reason why it worked for Chud the Builder was because he was husky and fucking white. You're a skinny, fat minority. You're a Mexican, or is he Hispanic? You're a skinny, fat Hispanic. You're a minority. What did you think was gonna happen? You thought it was gonna work the same for you, boy? Fuck no. Fuck no.
Yo, what the fuck? Shut your bitch up.
Yeah, you could tell his heart is not in it, and his look right back at the camera for validation is embarrassing. He also got his ass beat and pressed after doing this. Crazy how these dudes operate on being so bold, saying these slurs in front of these people's faces, only to fold like a pancake as soon as they get pressed. And Kick, for some reason, has not banned this dude and kept him on their platform. Mind you, it's not like he's super big and mainstream like other streamers I showed. This dude has less than 1,000 followers on Kick. In what world does it harm Kick to take him off the platform and move on? Mind you, in their TOS, it says one of their rules is you can't harass random people on the streets. Also, speaking of finances, I wonder how Kick hasn't gone bankrupt off the streaming contracts they were giving out. Does nobody remember they gave XQC a $100 million contract to stream on Kick? That was more than LeBron's Laker deal. It's hilarious because he dual streams and still gets 80% of his viewers from Twitch. Dropping 1/10 of $1 billion on someone and not even getting exclusive access is diabolical. Man, if I drop that much money on someone, I'm having you for a life contract. They also still feature Drake a lot, which I assume they have to be paying a bag on that. I mean, they got this man Drake barking at goth girls on stream.
You can look.
He gotta be some sort of billionaire.
If you say do it, I would.
Would you bark for me?
That's so crazy, bro. Bruh, 2013, Drake was on his player shit. 2026, a goth girl made Drake bark. Shit crazy. You know what's so crazy, bro? Her ego probably got boosted like a motherfucker. She was like, I made Drake bark. None of you niggas can tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And hey, respect to her, bro. Nobody can tell her shit, really.
If I had to throw my rap persona built up for years, you better make it worth it. It seems like they learned their lesson on streaming contracts as they stopped giving them out. And the one thing you can give Kick credit for is their revenue split, and no other platform can compete with that. Honestly, whenever I think of Kick, I always think of what it could have been. Because I think with these platforms, competitors coming up is a good thing and makes them lock in on actual problems. They can't just...
You know what's so crazy? All Twitch has to do, which, again, this probably won't happen because we know how corrupt and fucked up Dan Clancy is, but all Twitch would have to do was implement the same revenue splits that Kick has, or an even better one. Kick is losing half of its streamers just off of that, period. Half or more.
Avoided and say f you to the users. Twitch started being less strict and banning you for every little thing, mainly because banned streamers were going to Kick. But the degeneracy they allow to go on will always make them be behind YouTube or Twitch. And now it's too late to change it. The whole platform's users are filled with people who like it that way. I'm not someone who could sacrifice my morals for a Kick contract. Also, dealing with that chat would make me want to end myself every day. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys.
Shout out to Tommy NFG for this video. Yeah, man, this is how Kick got to where it was. Now, do I think things can improve? Yeah, obviously. And like I said, there are some really good streamers that are on Kick. It's just the ones that have been propped up, the ones that have been shown to us, the ones that have the most pull, the ones that we know in the mainstream. These motherfuckers are crash outs. These motherfuckers is demons. Really demons, bro. Really demons. And yeah, like I said though, I think Kick can improve on this if they want to. They're probably not. But longevity wise, Kick is probably gonna be around for a decent little brick, unless Twitch improves moderation and they lift certain bans, or if they start having the same similar revenue split that Kick does. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, Kick might be around for a decent little bit. Now, hopefully it doesn't end up like Rumble, because when was the last time you turned on a Rumble stream or even heard about Rumble? Last time you probably heard about that shit was like the Andrew Tate days back when he was clouded. Now that nigga in jail. Hey, but let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Love y'all so much. Marso Mafia the gang, Marso Mob the squad. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.